with manager Chris, 1-1 draw and knocked out in penalties. Just give us your thoughts.
If I give you an assessment in the game, then I'll give you my kind of thoughts on where we're at. The game, we started the game really well, purposeful. Played well in the first half, knocked the ball about well. We spoke about half time about not allowing St Cadocs to get a foothold in the game. Granted, you're playing against a bit of wind in the second half. St Cadocs playing against that in the first half, and St Cadocs dominated the game for the start of the second half. They put they just put balls in areas, and our inability to deal with second balls and picking up balls can really set us back and allowed them to gain a foothold in the game, and they scored for a goal. My first thought is we're not set up properly. I don't think Adam can. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt in that he can't see, because it comes a long way through a few bodies, but I think maybe at my first instance it looks as if he can maybe get a hand to it. But the game, St Cadocs are definitely in the ascendancy, and then from there they get a man sent off with 10 minutes to go, and it allowed us to get ourselves up the park, and we made substitutions to try and get a foothold in the middle of the park. David Anderson coming on, and but from my perspective the second half just isn't good enough across the board. We've had harsh words during the week to the players. We got a response in the first half, but that's not good enough for me. And no disrespect to St Cadocs, because they've got some good technical players, they're a decent team. If we want to be anything in football, we've got to be miles better than what we were there today. And I mean doing the ugly side of the game, putting your foot in when you need to, getting up the park, dragging your teammates in areas where you can compete. Too many of us are passive in the game, and we're passive when we don't have the ball. And there has to be a change from my perspective. There has to be a change, whether it's personnel. We have to look to becoming mentally stronger. Anytime we're asked questions and we're in adversity, people seem to shrink, and that's when you need them the opposite. You need to stand up and be counted. And that's not everybody, but there's certain people in the team, and I've spoke to them. I've told people individually what I expect better from them, and at this moment in time we're not getting that. And we can't be patient with them forever. There's loads and bags of potential in that team, but potential only takes you so far. I'm not, looking at it and abdicating myself in terms of what we're doing. You look for solutions, you work really hard, putting a lot of time and effort into the coaching side of things to develop the boys. But there's an element of the game that you don't need to develop. You've either got it or you haven't got it, and that's heart, desire, commitment, especially when things are going against you, and I don't see enough of that. So we need to address that, and we need to move on from there, and we need to get better. That's down to me, and at this moment in time we've got to show a bit of character, because right now the season isn't panning out the way we'd want it to, and when things go against you, as I say, you have to show character, heart and desire, all the different things that are behaviours and characteristics. They're no to do with how you control and pass a ball, have to do with how you can fight and dig and help one another through, as I say, times of adversity. So I'm really disappointed, but congratulations to St Cadocs, they deserved the victory in the end. Penalties are always a bit of a disappointment when you go out in penalties, but over the piece we didn't do enough to go through, same as we didn't do enough to win 3 points last week, so we just need to take the medicine and move on.
You're able to bring on a couple of guys from the under 20 squad as well today. Pretty positive for yourself to be feature those guys in the squad?
We're stretched to the limit, Ben. The boys are good players, but again we're relying on them coming on and making an impact in the game, which isn't fair to them. You'd like to bring them on in better circumstances where we're possibly up in the game and you can bleed them into the game, but you're bringing them on to a game there where we're already on the back foot, and the boys are being thrown in and hope that they give you something rather than you having a platform to allow them to go and express themselves. So great that they're coming through and great that they get their opportunity, but not in the manner that I would want them to.
We'll come back to the action then against Clydebank on Saturday, away.
Aye. I'll probably digest the game over today and tomorrow. There's a thing that irks me when we're in the dressing room and I look at I look at the disappointment. I'm gutted today. I'm gutted last week, and I look, and I don't know if it hurts them enough. I don't know whether it's a generational thing or whatever it is, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, there's boys on their phone when I've come out the dressing room, they're in the shower, are they hurting? Because I don't see it enough, and I'm hurting because we're representing a town and a community, and I don't think at this moment in time we're representing them, giving a true account of ourselves. So Clydebank will be a tough ask, but we need to get ourselves together, or we'll go there and we won't win, and we need to win at this moment in time. We need to get ourselves together. It might sound harsh, but it's the truth. So we'll look forward to next week. I'll probably take to Tuesday to get over it, pick the bones out of this and see where we go. But again, I'm missing probably 4 or 5 players, and that shows you how short we are, and we're missing players that would start for us. The guys that are coming in are not up to the task at this moment in time, so they need to get up to the task very, very quickly or they'll not be here.